Hello friends, in today's video we'll see data type precedence in R and different objects in R programming. So we'll see data type precedence in R. Normally the data type precedence in R is character, then complex, numeric, integer and logical. There are different type of objects in R like vector, list, factors, matrix and data frames. In today's video we'll see first of all the different data type precedence in R and vectors and list in R with some example. Now we'll see it in R Studio how to use it. So first of all we'll see data type precedence. To check the precedence of data type, we have assigned the different type of values to one variable, that is variable v1 with function c. So we'll execute this. By executing this c function, these values like 1, 2, Anuja and like this will get assigned to v1, variable v1. Okay, so print v1, it prints the values which are there in variable v1 like 1, 2, whatever we given in the function of c, it becomes the value of v1. Then if we want to check the class of v1 according to precedence, it will show us. As I already told you that character having more precedence, that's why class of v1 becomes character. Now with one more example we'll see the value of variable v3. We have assigned 1, 3, true, 15l to v3. Then printing v3, it will print these values. Okay, 1, 2, true's value is 1 and 15. Now we'll check the class. It will show according to precedence. So according to precedence, numeric becomes the class of v3. Same for v4, we assign true and 15l. We'll print the value of v4. It becomes 1 and 15, and class of v4 now becomes integer, as integer is having more precedence than logical. Now we'll see different objects in R. First of all we'll see the vectors. To assign the vectors to one variable, we use the function c in R and assign values 2, 3, 5 to variable n by executing this c function, that n equal to c of 2, 3, 5, s equal to c of a, b, b, c, c, like this. And if we want to see the value of this vector, we can write c function c of ns. It becomes, or its value becomes concatenation of first of all values of n, as n is passed as first argument, 2, 3, 5, and then a, b, b, c, c and dd. We'll see about arithmetic operations. Same way we can assign arithmetic values to the variable like this: a equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, b equal to 1, 2, 4, 8, d equal to, if we are going to do addition of a plus b, it will do addition like 1 plus 1, 2, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 4, 9 and 7 plus 8, 15. If we do multiplication of a by 5 into a, it will show us 5, 15, 25, 35 like this. If we done a minus b, it will show us the result like 1 minus 1, 0, 3 minus 2, 1, 5 minus 4, 1, 7 minus 8 minus 1. Then if we want to do division, we can do it with a divided by b and same way it will show us the result. Now we will see some more examples on it. We are considering two variables u and v and assign values to these variables like this, and performing addition of this we are getting the result. Now if we want to check list of objects up till now created, we can use ls function. With ls function it shows us the variables which are created up till now. If we want to check value of v1, as we already declared, it is like this. So length of, if we want to check the length of particular variable, so there is a function length and inside the bracket v1. Then if we want to know particular variable value, then v of 3, it means it will show the string ANUJA. If we want to check this particular value v1 of C256, it will show us the variables located, values located at second position, that is 2, then fifth position 15, and sixth position it is 10 plus 5i. In this way we can mention the range also, and it will show us the values from location 2 to 5. That's why it becomes like this. Then there is, if we want to assign particular sequence to particular variable, we can assign it by specifying it with the colon. If we want to assign the values from 1 to 10, we can write it as one variable name sequence equal to 1 to 10. Print sq means it will show us class, it will give us the class. This is one technique to assign the sequence of variable values to particular variable, and same thing we can use with the help of seq function in the R. So this function allows us to create the sequence, and by executing this it will allows us to create a sequence from 1 to 20, and each value is in this by 2, okay, which gets incremented by 2. So from 1 to 20 it will start from 1 and value gets incremented by 2, like this 1, 3, 5, 7 up to 20. Same thing we can write it like this and saving that values into variable VEC. Now we can print the value of VEC, it will give us same results. With class function we can check its data type. Then sequence, same thing we can write. If we don't want to increment, by default it gets incremented by 1 only. It is stored in vec1. Then vec1 values get displayed, its data type. Like sequence, in R there is repetition function also, and if that function is preceded with the question mark, it will show us the help of that particular function like this. That's help get reflected here. We can read the information about that function from this part. Then repetition means 1 to 5, means 1 get repeated 5 times. If we want to repeat 1 to 4 sequence 5 times, we can write the sequence like this, that is 1 to 4, 1, 2, like 5 times. If we want to repeat 1 to 4 each by 2 and it is 3 times, means every number gets repeated by 2, so it becomes 2 to 1 1 2 2 3 3, it becomes 3 times it happens. And same thing, if we want to do it like this, it will repeated, means 1 gets repeated 1 time, 2 gets repeated 2 times, like this. These are all the variations of repetitions functions. So that's all for today's session, and thank you for watching this video.